So that's it, guys. That is Beyond Two Souls. I hope you all really enjoyed. This was a fun game to play over and over and over again because it has so many different aspects to it that just make it so incredibly enjoyable. It has a lot of different outcomes, and it's a really good length of game as well. It doesn't feel too long, it doesn't feel too short. It has some great characters, some not so great characters, but the combination of everything just makes this a very, very enjoyable game to play. Hopefully all of your questions have been answered. I know there were a few of you watching this that have never played or heard of the game before who were a little bit confused, and it can be a rather confusing game. There is a lot going on. And at the end of the game, of course, we sort of learn who Aiden is, but there's still a little bit of mystery surrounding it. We were kind of given the impression that Jodie had lost him. He had crossed over after she had spent some time on the other side, but in that ending, it seems that he's been there the whole time. So is he there, but she simply can't communicate with him anymore? Was she dreaming? It's not really entirely clear. And the ending is a little bit confusing, even to myself. I'm not entirely sure why Jodie was able to survive that explosion. I think it may be because she was on the other side, and perhaps Aiden protected her going back and choosing life, although I really can't be certain. If you've played Heavy Rain, you know that that game is full of plot holes. And these two games were both made by the same studio, so it's possible that that's kind of just the writing style is kind of just mystique and full of mystery and kind of full of questions and the unknown. So I try not to think too much about it. It definitely, even if it doesn't give me the closure I want, take away from the overall environment of the game. I will probably be putting out some additional videos showcasing some of the different endings, such as choosing the Infraworld, choosing the other side, and choosing to live with Jay, choosing to live with Zoe, those kinds of things. So we will probably see some additional content, but to my knowledge, this game doesn't really have a lot of DLC. I think there's one for a couple of additional missions, but for the most part, I've pretty much showed off the game in its entirety, with the exception of the optional other choices of killing all the characters off and things like that. But I feel like I did kind of explain how to do that in detail. And if not, then there are a ton of guides online at this point, especially with the game now coming out for a PS4 release. Hopefully some people will be playing this and getting back into it if you've missed it the first time. I want to thank everybody who was very supportive of this project, especially because the videos were a little bit longer. It took me a little while to put them out and things like that, but overall I feel really good about it. I achieved my goal of saving all of the characters, so hopefully at the end of these credits I will get my trophy. And hopefully for you, you got some enjoyment out of it. Hopefully it's a win-win situation and we both kind of got what we wanted out of it. And I would like to do Heavy Rain at some point. I wanted to do Heavy Rain instead of this one, but I figured that Heavy Rain is one of those ones that everybody has done and everybody knows about or has at least heard of. And this game is very popular as well, but I kind of thought it was a better fit for me at the moment. So if you guys like this style of game, if you like this kind of gameplay, this kind of storytelling, please leave me some feedback. There's a ton of games in this kind of category of gameplay that I could bring forth for you guys and play. I think that's about all I have to say. This is a very, very long credit scroll. I figured it would be done by now. after me talking for so very long. There are a couple of collectibles in the game, but I've already gone through and I've gotten them, so I'm probably not going to be doing any sort of videos for that, just because it would require me to delete all of my progress that I've done and start over new, which I'm not really particularly feel like doing, because I do believe that it saves that progression over every single playthrough you've ever done, even if you are starting over, so it would be kind of a pain for me to do. But again, there are a lot of guides all over the internet for those kinds of things if you're interested. And I got my trophy. All right, that is an excellent note to go out on. I'm so happy I finally got that. Again, thank you all so very much for your support and for watching this and for giving me all sorts of feedback. Really appreciate all the support you continue to give me, and I hope that I will continue to make you proud in my next project. See you guys later.